I had to stop what I was playing on YouTube because I was playing I'm on a boat.
Alright, so picking up where we left off last time, you headed off towards Santia, and I believe I predicted that it was going to take you guys at least a day and a half. So that day and a half, do any of you have anything you would like to do?
I think we kind of all were. I think when we left off, you basically said we were about to reach the town, and that's when we stopped.
I was basically saying, yeah, we're just going to take a day and a half to get there, and that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Okay. I'm trying to remember what we were doing last time.
We had just finished our business in that other town and pulled out. You had recruited a whole bunch of new crew.
Speaking of which, how much crew do you have now? With unnamed and named?
I think it's. I think the unnamed ones we have about 23.
Okay.
Because we had the 9 guys that we recruited who used to be slaves. We had a few that we got off of a ship we defeated, and then we got 9 more at the last place, so that puts us at around 23. The unnamed crew
23
members.
unnamed with at least another 6 or so named.
Yeah, the name
so roughly
we got 1,
over
2,
30.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 named crew members, not counting the ones that are part of the usual party.
Right.
So if you count the player characters and the NPCs, I think we've got we've
almost 40.
We're almost
6?
We're we're a little over 40, I think.
Yeah, something like that. So I state again, does anybody have anything they want their characters to do during a day and a half at sea?
I'm just gonna sit it out because I hogged the spotlight most of the last session.
Up to you, up to you.
Probably, I'll probably keep proselytizing to the crew and stuff.
That figures.
Take any questions, whatnot.
How much booze is on board the ship?
It depends on how much.
It depends on which one you're looking for.
Is there plenty of barrels of it on the ship?
Again, depends on which particular drink you're looking for.
I don't think they usually keep rum in barrels, so probably big bottles of rum, but that wouldn't be in barrels.
Yeah, the things that are in barrels is Philota's ale supply.
Yeah, that's at least another barrel and a half right now, and most likely in her private quarters anyway.
It's probably just
Valena can't go anywhere near because she doesn't want to die.
Yeah, because it's probably just a bed, and then every inch is covered in a barrel of ale in Flone's room. Anyways, so Valena is gonna look for the strongest alcohol she can find, and that isn't Flona's.
So most likely the rum.
The rum, yeah, the rum. Just get a big ass bottle and drink yourselves into sadness.
So you're just basically coming out to the kitchen, snitching a bottle, and running back.
Pretty much, and then she's gonna cry. Why is she so unattractive?
Oh yeah, I forgot that Azina did a very terrible attempt at making her feel better about herself last time. where Thelona actually laughed at it.
I can just see her running into the kitchen, snatch a bottle, and the cook comes out going, "My cooking, Sherry!"
I am cooking now, son, and just watch her chug as she walks away.
And that's pretty much what she's gonna do after the day. It's just she's gonna be passed out drunk.
Geralf is now questioning whether or not he wants to go back to the room.
Well, Delona would stay out to about midday before retiring, since she usually takes the overnight shift when they're at sea.
Alright.
I just picture Azina wondering if Valena now feels that she only has Garroth because Azina didn't want him.
Oof.
'Cause I remember when we first started playing, I think both of our characters were hitting on him for a while. It's just then when we recruited Giselle and Azina didn't care anymore. I guess nobody else has anything they want to do.
Oh no, I mean we're sailing, so
They've done their blanket stuff for the rest of that day, so I guess on to the next day. Lorona does her overnight shift, and I assume does a little bit of training in the morning before having breakfast and going back to sleep.
yep. Although, with them scheduled to arrive about midday, she may stay up.
Oh no, you're going to be arriving evening of the second day.
Oh,
I said day and a half. You were basically leaving almost midday.
okay.
I think during most of the trip, Azina's just going to keep an eye out for other ships.
Then she would have left orders to be woken before they arrived at port.
Alright. And I guess I really haven't really covered what Theobald's been doing. He occasionally does rest alongside Thelona when she's doing this, but he does spend at least a little more midday up on ship too.
I just picture Theobald, what he's doing is every time Valerius tries to do a message, he's like the side guy correcting everything she says.
Aw.
Well, you got that wrong. It goes like this.
This in a-
And he held aloft the 5-3-3.
I just picture Valerius calling Theobald Senpai.
Wait, where was Theobald? Was he like from like a monastery or something, or what?
No, Theobald is
He's from Asgard.
From Asgard.
Okay.
He literally
He-
switched religions because his god suddenly stopped listening to him. That should have been I keep forgetting his name. Ymir.
Technically, I should be the senpai then because I was actually born. and
Yeah,
raised-
technically you are a little more learned, and also you're really quiet.
Huh?
I'm gonna fix your audio level. Yeah, there.
Okay. Yeah, I have to unplug my headphones because of the cats.
Oh,
So it sometimes resets my Discord arrangement.
okay.
I've just always had you set to 130% volume because you always tend to be quieter than everybody else.
Well, I had her at like 90 for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the last time I heard her, she was just really loud for some reason.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah. So we arrived at the evening at the town, right?
Not,
Not there yet.
You're at the start of that day now.
Okay, I just need to make sure. Guess Valena will come up topside.
Guess she'll come out now that she's been blasted all day. I'm actually not even sure what Geralt did now.
In his life decisions.
You know what? I would do a thing if I could actually see my mouse again. Come on, not this bug again.
You know, the weird thing is I constantly forget I have a parrot.
I just think it's just constantly eating snacks, just watching the show of people just doing silly things on the ship.
Yeah, and going shiny whenever we bring treasure on board.
Shiny!
I just figured
Crazy
it's probably
people.
dead and stapled to your shoulder.
Well, it's just the thing is because during a lot of important stuff, we obviously don't bring it with us because it's not like a combat capable animal. So it's really only around when we're on the ship, and a lot of travel stuff we just kind of
Crazy
go through
trunks.
unless something happens.
Oh, I could just picture like Valena just going up topside and the parrot's right there and she doesn't notice it and she goes, "Man, I miss my skulls." Stupid.
Oh, didn't we teach it to say "stop it" whenever there were skulls involved?
Stop it!
I think it was either stupid or stop it.
Stop
It
it.
was stop it. It was stop it.
Man, I miss my skull. Stop it! Just immediately turns and looks back at the.
Yeah, the parrot has this
Parrot.
wry smile on its face and Valena looks at him very annoyed.
As you look at it, annoyed, it starts to skip down back towards the wheel of the ship.
Then the parrot temporarily becomes voiced by Gilbert Gottfried.
Jeez, where you picked this bozo up?
And Aaron donated. Hello, thank you, Aaron.
Okay, so Valena's topside. Is there anyone else topside?
I think most of us are, aside from Thelona.
I can't see my mouse. Actually, here, what I'm gonna do. Because I think it's something to do with having multiple windows open. Nope, still didn't help. What the hell? It's like something to do with... Something to do with having multiple windows and trying to use OBS. Just causes the mouse to freak out once in a while if I tried tabbing. I can't even remember what I was trying to tab for, and now I regret it. Well, I had it for like a split second. Come on, why does it keep disappearing? Well, now I might as well just close the whole dang thing because I can't get anything to work right. Just a moment, folks. I'm gonna go black screen for a few seconds. Cause I can't trust this stupid web browser not to mess up. As much as I don't want to use Firefox because I don't have half my stuff on there, I might as well use it anyway. Here, on-screen advertisement for the channel. Just in case I gotta log into anything. I like to know what the hell I tabbed over for anyways, because I can't even remember it now. And I'm now annoyed that I did it in the first place. And when did the caps lock suddenly turn on?
What's all this shit happening now?
Welcome to live streaming. Everything is a technical issue because everything never works right. Especially right now. What the hell is going on? I hit enter. How many times do I have to hit enter before you go to the website, please? Actually, I should just move everything over to Firefox anyways, because it logged me in faster than Chrome does. Chrome, I have to click through like 5 stupid things that it keeps asking me for no reason.
It hassles you to link your your Google account to the browser.
Link your Google accounts. Do you want to save these passwords? Do you want another version of do you want to save these passwords? All of it you
Good.
can piss off.
Do you want to save your credit card information so that if you get hacked, they can steal it easily?
I don't even save it to my 3DS. Shut up. Alright. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was the message in the chat that maybe typed over. Then that's what killed everything. I can't remember for sure,
Okay.
though.
Sorry.
Aaron killed it. Aaron killed
I'll
everything.
never message again.
Well, that's what you get for giving her Dawn. She kills everything with it.
Fire. Speaking of the parrot again, getting us back at least slightly on task. But yeah, just basically he hears skulls. Stop it! And then gets a dirty glare, and as you just glare at it, it starts hopping back across the ship.
I just like the fact that it laughs at us.
It now gets the joke.
It's been around long enough to get the joke.
And also to know that it's safe from any attack from the necromancer, even though it probably wants to turn him into a bony skeleton right now.
I just picture Valena tries to attack the parrot, and all of a sudden you hear loud running from downstairs. Valena comes crashing through the door. Don't you hit that parrot!
Kill you, I will.
Even though I don't think Valena's ever interacted with my parrot, really.
Very little, but it has been
No,
moments.
she spends most of the time interacting with Helena's wolf.
Yeah, I think you technically lost the wolf at this point. The female barbarian has been interacting with it more.
Yeah, I think Valena is just
Sticking with the raven.
no, she's just upset about everything. The Raven's just tapping on his shoulder, probably take a poo on her shoulder, and she doesn't even notice because she's that upset.
And I bribe it with crackers to say, Mitra is the light.
Mitra's the light.
And then Blaine just slopes in like near the front of the ship and just puts her head in her arms and just sighs and just goes, "This is my life now."
Has been for a while.
Ever since you poked a barbarian with a staff.
Is he gonna really say that to Valena?
No, because I'm not down in your fucking room.
No, she's
No,
up on
she's-
deck.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But it's also early morning, so probably not.
That was out of character comment.
You did this to you. But anyways. Anyone else morning stuff? Rest of the day?
I'm good.
Alrighty.
You know what? I think Azina's going to try to teach some of the newer recruits how to fish.
Ooh, teach them how to fish. Alright.
We got at least a couple fishing rods, I know, at some point.
So my question is, what do we do? I
I think we ended up doing...
I know there's like some sort of stat or something for this kind of thing.
I think we used survival for it, which I actually don't have a very good bonus on.
I think Valena's gonna join in on the lesson and try to learn to fish.
Lana might have a better survival check than me. I only got a +1.
Let's see here. And would it be? Yeah, it would be in nature.
It's about the same.
So actually, you know what? Actually, since you're trying to show them how to do it, I'm gonna say, Ozzy, roll performance.
That was terrible.
A couple of the men catch it. A couple of the men get obviously confused. Valena, do you want to see if you can roll on nature and see how well you do?
Sure.
No bonuses because yikes. Valena actually manages to catch one. I will say there is, however, one crew member that, while trying to cast this line, decides to try and use it like a sling and gets himself caught in it.
Elena walks up to the crewman and tries to help the crewman.
Help him unhook himself.
Pretty much.
Oh boy. Give me a medicine.
Oh!
The question is, how do you play this off? Did you mean to hurt him?
No, she's probably tries to pull it out and makes it worse and goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry."
Ah! Ah!
I start waving for Valerius.
I come rushing over.
Give us a medicine check.
Yeah, I pointed her to what happened.
You look down at the necromancer, who looks like she's trying to unhook the guy, but is literally scraping a hook across his scalp while trying to get him untangled.
Oh, jeez, yes. What's actually happened? Alright, so medicine check. There we go. Make sure I'm in the right window.
Just all you have to do is click on it, I believe.
Okay.
That's what a
Basically,
+4.
yank it out.
I'm starting to have flashbacks to that movie Talladega Nights where they try to get a knife to dig out the knife around.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna roll for this and see how.
How badly hurt he is from the two people.
I'm gonna see if he manages to just save himself or not. Oh my god! you start tugging it back the other direction, and he's just like, no, stop it! And he immediately grabs the hook and just starts ripping himself out of the line and finally frees himself.
Oh, that's a nasty wound. We need to clean it up.
Get away from me! And starts running back across the ship.
No. And Blair starts chasing him. Blair's the nice kid to help.
Get
I'm
away!
holding the fishing line with the hook in it. I'm like, does anybody need this?
I just walk over and cast Cure Wounds on him.
He's busy running.
Oh.
Literally, the necromancer won't leave him alone.
Is there anything out here that could sense this blood that could, make our lives difficult?
You don't know for sure.
Actually,
Probably not without the blood falling in the water.
Okay. I'm gonna go get a mop and a bucket and start mopping it up.
Valerius just kind of sits there for a moment, looking very confused, holding the hook from the fishing line, and just shrugs and goes to get a mop and bucket. Xena's just watching the chaos that she has accidentally created, and the necromancer just won't stop pestering the sailor who's got a scratch on his head.
Okay, let me check something real quick. Oh, okay. Yeah. She's gonna try to clean the wound with prestidigitation, at least clean the blood off.
He's not stopping to let you do that.
Yeah, you need a stationary target for that, and he's literally still running from you in a panic. Because you've hurt him at least once, and the other lady hurt him now too.
I had the dumbest idea in the world.
Oh no, now what?
It's like, so basically Valena's like trying to get him to hold still. And then she flashes him to try to get him to hold still.
Well,
I mean, otherwise I could do hold person.
I'm not sure this is worse.
I'm good at holding people.
I'm still not sure which is worse.
That also would be that wouldn't really be I don't think that would be a thing for a good priest to do. Is to hold someone who's panicking and trying to get away from another person.
Well, we're trying to help him.
So Valena flashes him.
So you're literally just gonna try and drop your shirt.
And see if he holds still for a second just to clean up the blood.
I'm gonna roll and see if he's that dumb. No, he looks very baffled for the most split of split seconds, and goes, "What the hell?" No, he keeps running.
Is Geralt anywhere nearby when this happens?
I'm gonna say Geralt has literally been sitting in the back of the boat, crossed arms, slightly squinted eyes, just watching this and going, "What madhouse have I gotten myself involved with?"
At this point, Azino's... Valena's still chasing him, right?
I assume. She hasn't said she stopped.
No, she's just gonna sleep down in depression and just go, this is my life. I'm just not pretty anymore. Just kidding.
Because if she was still chasing him, I was gonna try to trip her.
And she's just gonna sit on a barrel and just all be depressed.
As you're sitting on the barrel, literally Geralt finally does get up and moves over and immediately stands right in front of you. Why do you keep trying to do these crazy things?
Only trying to help.
You realize these things spook people more than they actually lure them in?
Obviously, he can lure himself in.
Azina just kind of randomly says, "At least you're still scary."
You hear a slight snort of amusement out of both comments.
Julia just pulls her hood further down her head.
What? I heard.
Like she pulls her hood for over her head.
She does that and then immediately feels a big heavy hand on top of her head. You really need to stop trying so hard. That's what actually spooks people.
I'm just gonna keep mopping. Just kind of keep mopping, just kind of ignore
Larius
stuff.
was there to clean blood, and then she just turns into completely swabbing the deck.
She just, Valena just puts her hand out, prestidigitates the floor, he cleans up all the blood, and just goes, "You see, that's what I was trying to do. But he just has to run and scream, like every other man in my life."
Because you spooked him first.
I was just trying to pull out the hook.
I'm just picturing Valerius going, "In the name of Mitra, this deck shall be clean."
They run in fear because you keep trying to force yourself upon them. That's not how you endear yourself to people, sweetie.
Even my wolf has left me.
And actually, I believe at this point, yeah, Thelona would probably be down for breakfast at the very least, if not already resting. In which case, the wolf is actually not too far off and just kind of sits up and... To be fair, we've left it behind a lot on the boat, and there have been other people taking care of it for a little while now. I'm not even sure how the parrot learned to laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I could easily disintegrate that bird, but no, that'd be creepy because I'm not going to do that because I'm a nice person.
I'm just picturing after Garroth says, I'm not even sure how the bird learned how to laugh. I just picture Roger going, "Oh, I did that."
Sorry, Captain, that was me. Anywho, anything else going on? I assume usual stuff until
after they're done failing at learning how to fish, I actually asked Giselle to teach them how to use bows.
Giselle. She nods and quietly heads over to start trying to tutor them. Let's see how well she does. This will have to be another performance. Oh shit! I hope she rolls high.
Jesus.
Holy critical! It takes her like 15 minutes and a few pointers with some of them, and you've got these guys already starting to hit marks. She kind of nods to herself and smiles. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. A little more training and we'll have you actually sniping things from a distance. Good.
I kind of just look at her and I just look at her, and then just look at the mess we made after trying to teach them how to fish, and just go, is it any wonder why I love you?
Not at all. Just gives you a cheeky smile.
I can just picture Garroff all of a sudden. Makes me wonder why I love you.
Hey, don't put words in his mouth.
He's not that mean. He's probably the most civil barbarian we've met.
Probably just about.
Alright.
If nothing else, he's at least the most amusing.
That's just weird. It took so many sessions before I realized you were channeling a little Eeyore in there.
And honestly, it's not really me trying to channel Eeyore. It's just kind of halfway tone there. But anyhow, I assume things run more or less normal for the rest of the day into the evening, and by early evening you are seeing the lights on the horizon, at which point I believe is when Thelona wanted to be woken. So that means as dusk is starting to fall in, you all are seeing a huge city. And I mean, you all have been to some ridiculously large places here and there. You've not seen a place lit up like this, at least not in a very long time for most of you. Xena maybe has seen a few places, and maybe even in a while back, Thelona has maybe seen a place or two, but it's been a very long time.
And possibly not from the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a long time since Xena's been out here.
Get the lantern, signal to them we want to make port.
I don't know why I can only... I don't know why I can only see map. What the hell?
Let's see, what?
I can only see the map.
Oh, you don't see the tokens?
You may have to refresh or something.
Okay, yeah, I can...
Oh, Matt, did you restart your stream?
Oh shoot, I didn't pull back the image yet. That's alright, we were kind of doing roleplay anyways, but I need to refresh the browser because it's What is with Roll20? We really need something more solid than Roll20 because Roll20 is also just being buggy as hell too.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
not the
you've got
browsers;
your-
it's the program itself is flaking out.
The problem
you've got
is
your
roll
stock-
20 is
your
probably the
stock
best
images
one.
up.
Yeah. I was saying I noticed that, Aaron, but
Okay.
I just noticed that now. But luckily, there wasn't anything visually to miss.
Mm,
Firefox there. Which is just as well because, yeah, like I just said, I had to suddenly refresh the page now because it suddenly flaked out and didn't want to pull out of the map. I don't know what is up with Roll20. You say there's another option, there's gotta be another option. I don't care how small the place is, there's gotta be other options to this because this is driving me bonkers.
There's other options that aren't as good, unless you want to pay for Fantasy Ground.
At this rate, I'm about to. I got the money. Anywho, so what I was about to do before the game itself rudely interrupted. Oh, tell me it's suddenly missing now. I don't see it. Oh, okay. Jeez. Okay. I was about to say I'm about to have a hemorrhage here. But yeah, so you're coming into this extremely large city. It's posted up here on the cliffs. Plenty of ships coming and going as you're getting closer. Massive dock, and city right next to the dock, in fact, and trails all the way up into the cliffs, where the bigger, fancier places are with huge defensive towers and everything else going on up in there. But yeah, you've not quite seen a place to this scale, and you've very seldom seen this many ships all at once either, except for a few other more popular docks.
This evening, there's not going to be a whole lot we can do right now, because I'm assuming a lot of shops are going to be closed.
It is getting further onto evening, so yes, the markets, if they are still open, would not be open for very much longer.
Signal to Harbor Master to look for a port dock. What pier can we dock at, etc.
So yeah, as you get close to the dock, they actually do. The harbor master says, "Come out," and starts to try and speak to you. Aye. So what are you be here for today?
Business.
What kind
Ozzy.
of business?
Azina steps forward and says, "The pirate hunting kind."
Oh, so no recruits, eh? All right, over this way. And he starts directing you
Actually,
towards.
I thought we were here for the ship purchasing kind.
He
That
starts
too,
directing you
but-
slightly westward on the docks toward where you do see a fair amount of ships and a lot of bigger ones than yours at the moment.
So he's basically signaling us to dock over there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got multiple things of business here, but I kind of wanted to say that just because Azina's been trying to get attention for that purpose. Okay, so obviously we'll
Yeah,
dock
but
over there
when we
then.
told them if we were there for the ship purchasing parts, they would probably harbor us near the shipyards.
Mm. Well, if we get to know the other people that are involved in this, if we get rid of the old ship, we might be able to find somebody interested in it from talking with them.
Possible. So I assume, yeah, you just follow instructions, and after a few moments, you
Yeah.
find yourselves docked.
It's not like we can't just move later if we need to.
Mm-hmm. So after you have yourselves moored to the dock, the same man approaches. Is there anything else you've been needing this evening?
I'm actually gonna get off the ship, talk to him more closely.
Me too.
I go. There's two main things we're interested in. One would be who we talk to if we wanted to get a better ship built for us.
A better ship for you? Oh, yeah, I don't have to ask far. So, what in particular are you looking for, might I ask?
We're looking to have a warship built.
Oh, some battleship, eh? Alright, this way. And, it's an older guy, but you can tell by the look and sound of him, he's been on the coast a while. And even though he's also a little bit of a shorter guy, he's very quick on his feet by his age, and it doesn't take you very long, and he's taking you a little further along down the docks, and you see some of these nice big ships, and they are stock empty except for just barely having sails, and they've been rolled up and everything, and they're just sitting there empty. We got a couple of the battle ones here for you. And what pretty kind of gold do you have?
Yes, what kind of gold we have?
Yeah, basically, I'm wondering how much you got to spend.
Well, money we have set aside specifically for this. We've got 1,000 platinum and 15,000 gold.
Jesus. So, basically, even just at the platinum alone, you see the guy's head immediately turn and look at you. Holy smokes, lass! Are you sure you're not looking to buy a small armada?
We wouldn't have enough people to staff it.
It's only 25 gold for one of these.
I mean, wait, do you know what I mean?
Oh, 25,000 gold. Never mind.
Yeah, which is basically exactly what we have.
Actually, never mind. Yeah, I totally miscalculated the number. So yeah,
he might be surprised that we actually have the amount.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Holy smokes! Yeah, I can buy it outright. Not even need to trade if you wanted to."
I'm guessing he's not the actual shipyard owner, is he? Though.
No, he's not the actual owner, but he's he seems to be like at least very up there, like almost second command kind of guy. You just happen to look out today.
Okay.
Who got you in? Because it's been a very busy day, so all the people have been on the docks trying to get people moved around.
All right. I say to him, would you be able to take care of that transaction, or would we need to wait for the owner tomorrow?
I'm afraid you will have to wait for the dockmaster tomorrow, but I can at least send him word right away tonight that you want to talk to him first thing in the morning.
And one other thing.
Yes?
Who would we need to talk to if we were looking for a blacksmith to forge us some weapons with some particularly rare ore?
Oh, you what? Getting some special smithy done, eh? He kind of looks up way up the cliff. You want to go to the inner market. It's not a hard place to find up there. Just look for where most of the traffic's going. And they'll be busy almost any time of the day. At night, though, they should be closing relatively soon, so you're not going to have much luck today, I'm afraid.
I look at Thelona, I go, is there anything I forgot?
Randy, are you still muted?
Uh-oh.
Sorry, yes, I was.
Okay.
It's like, no, now we just need to know where they're congregating at night. A good bar.
Oh, a bar, you say? He kind of looks back towards the basically ground level city area, not too far from the docks here, and he just goes, "There's plenty of taverns all over down here if you're looking for something. The closest one over there would be the Frosty Tip."
That will do.
Plenty of ales there, and also other drinks if you prefer. And then he kind of semi-directs you into a general direction. Just a little ways north of where you're currently parked, and maybe a little bit eastward of where you're currently parked at the docks.
She nods and starts off in that direction.
I'll offer a drink. Alrighty. Any other questions? And kind of looks at Xena.
Oh no, I think that about covers it.
Alrighty. Well, you have a good evening. We'll see you in the morning. I got to take care of a few more ships yet by the looks of it.
I offer my hand out for a handshake.
Not used to the foreigners doing the gesture, but he kind of nods, shakes your hand. Have a good evening, and starts heading off.
Yep. I walk away. I'm gonna actually go.
I think as Xena is getting back on the ship, Belena's going to leave this ship for a bit and go to a random bar.
Oh, hopefully not the same one. I may see. I go ask Giselle if she wants to go to the bar with me.
Sure, why not?
And I do
Nothing else for me to do on the ship other than keep an eye on things.
And if I see Theobald, I do mention where Thelona went.
Oh, she's gone off without me, has she? He immediately starts strutting off. Just like chunk of metal, pinging of metal as he's racing off to catch up.
Kind of, I make sure Roger knows he's in charge since me and Thelona are both off the ship.
Hi, Captain. Keep an eye on things.
Alright.
So I guess the first thing we need to do now, because she just randomly took off, Elena, actually, yeah, roll me a nature. I want to see if you just happen to land in the same spot or not somehow.
Alright. All my rolls have been terrible the last few games.
I'm guessing Xena knows which bar Thelona was heading towards. Since
Yeah,
she
you
saw her.
both got the same directions at the same time. So you should roughly know where she's going. And that's high enough. You do see a few bars, but pass them by, and then you see Frosted Tip, and you just go, oh, that's a quaint little sign with a large mug on the top.
Oh, God.
And start heading inside.
Probably a big enough bar that you don't have to interact with her.
I also should ask, did you decide to do this while they were talking or before they were before anyone came back?
While they're talking.
So while they were talking. So you're probably already there. Probably there a good couple minutes or so, and then I will say then, Thelona, you're the first one to enter after Velena.
Okay.
There are a few patrons around, some people drinking. Velena so far hasn't done anything crazy yet, so I assume she's just at the bar drinking herself.
No, I think she's gonna look for like a booth for something, like a dark corner, and just
okay. So just sitting off to the side then.
Yeah, sitting off to the side and just slams a gold piece and just says, "Keep them coming."
So I'm going to walk into the bar, and I am not being subtle about it. And I'm going to take a time to do a quick head count of who's in the bar.
Several people, a couple of matrons running around trying to keep up the drinks that have been ordered. A couple of people running the bar.
I'm basically trying to do a little mental math on how much a round for everyone would cost.
In a place like this, roughly a gold, maybe a little more, would get everybody a drink.
I'll slam 2 down on the bar.
All right.
Around for everybody, courtesy of Captain Azina.
A quick couple of hollers and hoots, and quickly moving bartender does start to supply drinks to the bar
It would
top.
be funny if I walked in just as she said that.
You're not that far behind me.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say roll for it because you might just be right behind her as it happens.
What kind of roll do you want me to do, or just a d20?
Just roll d20. No bonus. This is just roll for timing. Yeah, you're there. You literally just hear your name just as the coin is being slammed down, and a number of cheers.
And here is the good captain herself. She'll want some rum.
I go.
A couple of people off to one side. Rum.
I just kind of smile and go, "Well, that's a heck of a greeting."
And I'm gonna wait till people finish their drinks.
Okay.
Is there like a barmaid or a waiter or something that goes by?
Basically, there's been a couple of like barmaids going around. Yeah.
I'll be there too. Because
Elena seeing probably Thelona's big speech gets even more upset and just calls for the barmaid and goes and slams down a platinum and just goes, "Give me the strongest thing you got with this, and the amount with this can pay for."
Oh God!
You just slammed down a platinum. These people barely are lucky if they see it ever.
That's more money than you need to buy a barrel.
you can buy the inn, maybe.
Well, she's trying.
No, not that much.
Depending. It's not dive though, so no, I don't think you can quite bite with a platinum. But yeah, you definitely paid for more than enough. The barmaid just kind of looks at wide-eyed, looks at you, and just kind of like doesn't question it, and immediately turns back towards the bar.
I'm waiting to
Harold, the special.
And the mood the mood seems to be good in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually
And then she reaches into her vest and pulls out that badge she got off the bandits.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot about that.
All right. Which one of you scallywags knows something about pirates sailing a banner that has that uses this marker and puts it on the table?
You do actually hear a couple of them. What do you want with their clips? One of them in particular.
We want to sink them.
I was thinking
You
the same
hear a couple
thing
more
while
than a
you
fair
do
share
it.
of chuckles, and literally another person pipes out, "Half the freaking tavern wants to sink them!"
Yes, but for us it's personal.
You kind of hear them go a little more silent as one of the bigger guys that was kind of towards the middle of the room kind of gets up and walks over. "And how personal was it?"
Azina pipes up with that one. Well, they did kill my entire original crew.
He kind of looks at you for a moment. Slight smile. "You and me both. Not many survivors, are there?"
No. Not unless you get knocked into the sea and they don't notice.
Very fortunate then. I just happened to be on my I just happened to be at the right spot to quickly dive as the explosion of magic went off. Last thing I heard was screams and the devil's wail before I managed to find what little bit of rough wood I could get to start paddling my way back to shore.
I walk up to him and then hold out my hand for a handshake, and I go, "And what's your name?"
Grabs your hand and shakes it back. I'm Durin. I used to be part of a merchant ship. I was one of their... He kind of pauses to think of the nice way to put it. One of their gunmen. Until everything went wrong.
Yeah, these folks are particularly nasty. They don't even have any love for other pirates either.
No, it seems a good portion of the normal pirates around here have already been chased to the Inlet Sea, which I... Then he looks right back at you again. I hear tales that some of them have also been dealt with.
That would be correct.
Well, there's a couple mercenaries they sent after me.
And mercenaries. Probably trying to keep that in the down low as much as they can, yes? Not every day you outdo a merc. It's bad for business to know that you failed.
They
Yes.
thought it was in their best interest to try to take me down. I was rather displeased.
Indeed. So I take it you are looking for extra hands?
Considering we're buying a warship, it wouldn't hurt.
We're also
Oh.
looking for base information.
Oh,
Where
so
they
you're
are
you're
placed.
still on the lookout, but you're not aware of everything going on. I see. I can probably help you update you on a few things then. I assume you got yourself parked on the. I don't know why I keep messing up the name of it. I assume you got yourselves parked on a dock, saying that you're looking for pirates. Yes.
Yes.
Well, they've officially announced that everyone who's willing to fight the Eclipse have sufficiently been welcomed in, and they're looking to start gathering further up the coast. The plan is to head towards the northern bit of Zingar and then head towards the isles where these Eclipse have apparently taken over.
Which isles would that be?
Trying to zoom over. Because I'm trying to remember the name.
We had heard a little about people organizing at the last city we stopped at on the way here.
They're heading over. Apparently these Eclipse have managed to get at least a couple of isles in the middle of the Rasha Isles. We're not heading all the way north and end of Zingar, but we are heading most definitely towards the middle, near Thunder River's entrance into the sea. I myself have been waiting here since I heard the news that we're officially doing something, and have been looking for a ship myself, to be fair.
Well, after tomorrow, we will have a ship.
Interesting.
Bigger than the one we already have, anyhow.
Ah,
Yes.
indeed.
Ours was built more for the inland sea, not for...
Should be interesting to see what you got on that ship, too. You might be surprised. I know Inlet Sea can be a little rudimentary with some of their weaponry. They've been practicing some new things on the coast, especially since these Eclipse have been such a pest.
We had a couple catapults that didn't work particularly well for us, and most of the times we used them.
Ah, so maybe some better ballistae, and maybe some better other armaments as well. I've been hearing. Well, as I mentioned before, I was a gunman for a merchant ship. They had the money to afford the black powder, which is not exactly easy to find these days, but it is something they have been messing with.
I have not heard of this black powder. I'm from the north.
Demon powder then? Have you heard of that?
That I have heard of.
Ah, yes. Think something similar, only it's black and it's usually used to more focus. A very nasty weapon in the enemy's direction.
It's a shame that the one you had apparently wasn't enough to deal with them.
Yes, we only had 2 of them, one on each side, and the bastards crawled up behind us before we knew they were even there. I swear they have black magics that even allow them to bend the wind to keep them flying or sailing.
On the bright side, on our journey here, we fed some of their men to a dragon turtle.
Really now? Some Eclipse fed to a dragon turtle. Ah.
We just happened to see them as it was chasing us and lost it on them.
Bastards were probably busy running around the chickens with their heads cut off. Very fortunate you managed to get away from that. Nasty business, dragon turtles. More than a few crews lost here and there going along the coast. Especially when they get hungry.
I go, question for you, because you've probably been around here a while.
For a bit, yes.
Do you know who would be considered the best weaponsmith in this city?
Ooh, weaponsmith. You're going to go out to the fancy part of town. I'm not sure of his name, but there is definitely a good blacksmith up there. I can probably lead you to him when they're open tomorrow.
Alright. That would be most helpful, Durin.
No problem. So, I'd probably ask then, what is the wages going for sea hands these days?
That's a good question. Most of the time, we've just been paying them a share of the loot we find because we've dealt with a lot of interesting things lately.
Well, to be fair, let's see. How much have you been handing them lately? Like at least several gold per run-in?
Yeah, like the last time. Cause I remember what was he? We found something like 5,000 copper that we just let them divide amongst themselves instead of any of us taking any of it.
And you start kind of conversating like how much you've been handing the crew and how much they've been getting and then how short of amount of time they've been getting. And he's just like, you hand them that much money? Goodness, you must be running into some very rich fools
And
or into a lot of luck.
And actually, I say, since you're proving to be so helpful already, how about I give you a down payment? And I pull out one of the bloodstones that's worth 50 gold and hold it up in front of him.
You kind of see his eyes light up for a moment as he looks at it. Holy. You've been finding such gemstones where you reach your path. My goodness. Kind of slowly raises a hand to take it from you.
I hand it to him. I go, we've had more than our share of bizarre encounters over the past couple months.
Goodness, they must be rich bizarre encounters.
Well, when one joins the raid to take out the White Witch of Hyborian, you do wind up with a fair bit of loot.
You see the eyes go wide again as his head quickly raises up to look at you, then looks back at us, like this is no thing.
I go, that was probably the most dangerous foe we dealt with, though you wouldn't have realized it considering how fast she dispatched of her, pointing at Bologna.
You cut down the White Witch.
Indeed, I have a personal grudge against people who abuse magic.
Indeed. Must be very personal.
I kind of fingers her neck a little bit.
In spite of her reputation, the White Witch's minions gave us more of a fight than the witch herself did.
Must have caught her off guard then. I believe, if I'm not
Been
mistaken,
medicine.
Conan has tried to dealt with the witch, and despite even setting her on fire, she still manages to somehow survive. Good show, then.
Azina kind of is about to say something that she realizes, just kind of thinks to herself, wait, maybe I shouldn't mention the fact that we had our own army of undead helping us. I'm trying to think if there's anything else Azina wanted to ask about.
See if there's like any temples or shrines to Mitra or any kind
Oh,
of
most
shrines or
definitely in
anything up.
this city.
Oh yeah,
but
in Argos and Zingara, and especially also Aquilonia, you can't try to go through a temple district without the hidden one with a dead cat swinging above your head. You're just gonna find it everywhere. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there's probably a couple of little Mitra things hidden around in the city general if you just happen to look close enough.
I kind of want to see if there's any kind of books or anything on that statue that my cohorts found before they were slaughtered.
You probably need to wait till
yeah,
the
you're probably gonna have to wait
library's
till
open.
morning if you're planning to like hit up a library or something.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the tavern locals are really going to know about that.
Yeah. They might know superstitions and stuff, but nothing solid. Tell us.
They'll just look at it and go, nasty black object full of magic. Burn it with hellfire, toss it into the sea, get rid of it.
In fact, let's
So-
burn you with hellfire and toss you into the sea with it.
I will ask Durin, do you already have your own weapons, or is that something you need help with?
Oh,
Me. Or
wait, yeah, I got confused. Who you're asking?
Durin, the
Durin.
guy that we've been talking
Okay.
to.
I have a few weapons of my own. I can come prepared. That should not be an issue. I left, thankfully, with most of my gear intact, and a few bits of coin. But this, and he looks back at the stone and kind of starts trying to find a pouch to put it in and tie it up real good and tight. And that will help get a few extra things, though.
Well, now that you're part of the crew, how good at you at eyeballing good ships from bad?
How do you mean?
Well, as we're buying our own, if you are any skilled at it, you could accompany the captain tomorrow when she goes to buy her new ship.
I see, trying to find something of quality. Yes, I can help with
Exactly.
that as well. These accents are all over the place. Welcome to Conan.
changing our accents, eh?
I do have one other question for him. I go, in your time around here, have you happened to made friends with any other sailors or warriors that you think might want to be interested in joining us?
I would say that almost any of them, but to be fair, a good number of the people here are already probably in a part of a ship already. As he kind of gestures out to the dock, most of this section of the dock is all people getting prepared to head over to Zingara in the next day or two.
Do you know where there might still be eager recruits?
He kind of
In
shrugs
town.
a little bit and is like, they're all over the place, you just have to be lucky to find them.
Probably in the upper city, because if they're already down here, they're probably already associated with a ship.
Most likely. It's not likely they'll be up that far up there, but it's also still possible that maybe some of them that haven't found a crew yet would be up there. Maybe also looking for gear not unlike yourselves.
Well, we could also start the word spreading that you're going to be looking to recruit crew to fight pirates or to fight the eclipse tomorrow night, and let that circulate through the town during the day. It's a big city, but rumors still travel fast.
Indeed.
That might be something to consider having Roger work on.
I would say, though, the fact that you already shared around here would already get a few whispers going. And people looking for more able bodies to fight the eclipse.
That sounds good. Well, I think we've covered all our bases, Captain. I plan to enjoy myself for a few more hours before turning in for the morning.
All right.
By the way, Theobald has probably already been here a while and is just kind of quietly drinking off to one side and just keeping an eye on things.
Are there any waitresses nearby?
Nearby, you can probably catch one on her way over to a table or back from a table.
Try to wave a waitress over.
All right. Eventually, the one that was attending to Valena comes over. Yes, how may I help you?
You have any food here you'd recommend?
She kind of raises an eyebrow, as usually it's only drink people are after. We do have a few things. I'm not sure what to mention.
Like any kind of stew?
I would assume there's probably some variant of local stews, or maybe also
If it's by the sea, there would be seafood and stuff all
There-
over
yeah,
the
there'd
place.
probably
Oh, I
be
bet
the-
there'd be a good chowder, a good seafood chowder.
Seafood chowder or like stewed fish or something like that.
well, also I believe was it Argos or
Chowder.
Zingara that was more Greek?
I think Argos was.
So it was
Zingara, I
Argos.
thought was
So
like-
actually,
was kinda Gallic.
Zingara might be a little more Spanish, so it kind of might be kind of something like
I
paella.
always thought it was like kind of more Frenchy. French. Oh, French span.
spam, 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 spam.
So if they got, I guess if they got chowder, if that's what Azino will have.
Well, I was gonna say, being that Argos and being more of a Greek place, they could also direct you to the idea of a gyro.
No. Like what? Like a seafood gyro?
Well, no, it would. Well, I guess there'd be an option for that, but they have food. This is the biggest city here. It's the
Right,
capital.
right,
They
right.
have food from everywhere coming in over to here. So
Okay.
the normal
Greek
lamb
food would be
variant
like
would also be
grape
very
leaves
well on
and-
hand.
Yeah, Azino will have that then, and ask Giselle if she wants anything.
Be like stuffed grape leaves, olive oil, that type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Pasta.
Just Giselle sounds basically is like, oh, the gyro sounds interesting. I'll try that too. And has one as well.
Yeah, I'll toss the waitress a gold. That's more than enough.
More than
money,
enough for
but-
food, and probably the food for the rest of the crew if they want anything quick.
because we're also drinking and eating. So
Mm-hmm.
Probably really good crusty bread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or unless we have like the thin style pita bread.
Yeah,
Yeah,
PO stuff too.
oh god, come on, character sheet. Unfreeze so I can change my gold.
Must change gold down one tick. Damn you,
Hit that
paper!
pin, right?
Huh?
You remember you have to hit the pencil to be able to change the gold, right?
No, you don't.
It for me, so.
So
You have to change certain things. You have to, but to change the numbers, you don't have to hit the pencil. It's just that it fucking takes forever to load once you click on it.
Yeah, once in a while it likes to just sit there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Thelona would turn to the barkeep.
Mm.
Barkeep, your strongest ale.
The barkeep quickly nods. They do have a big frosty mug for part of their sign, so ale is not lost on
I'm
them.
looking for something to fell an elephant at 20 feet.
I think it just goes. I'll just stick to my rum.
The barkeep kind of raises an eyebrow, ha ha, the special, and heads back. A few minutes later, you see them come out with a big keg of ale, and they set down for you.
How much?
For someone who's looking to buy some ale and get it off our hands before it goes tries to spoil us in the next couple of weeks. A gold.
Throw down 2. And I will take a big drink.
Thank you very much. And you take a big drink, and it is some decent but strong stuff. The ale is not a huge thing on the coast, much less in Arcos, but this guy apparently knows his stuff.
Well, ale is her southern drink. She's a mead drinker by habit, but it's too warm for mead. So she's like, that will do.
Then I'd say
How
probably...
much for a barrel of it?
Barrel? 2 gold?
Indeed. Throws down 2 more.
He quickly nods, and he gets the other 2 guys that are helping him at the bar to go in the back and finally start wheeling one out.
Yes, because
Let's see if they have any
killing
wine.
pirates makes me thirsty.
Or grappa. Do they have grappa?
I'm not sure what that is offhand.
That's liquor
it's
made
a
from...
Greek drink, and no, I wouldn't touch grappa.
It's very strong, and it's made from, I believe, olive wood or something?
If you're looking for that for your character, I'm sure you can buy some if you want some, yes.
Yeah.
It's grappa's a brandy.
Yeah, it's fragrant. It's grape-based. Thomas
Yeah,
brand
yeah.
of Italian origin. There we go.
Yep. Yeah,
Brandy.
yeah,
Touch
Thelona
the
wouldn't touch that
fountain.
because it's a
Fancy
fruity
little
drink.
glass to it.
Valona won't touch it. Valona won't touch it because it's a fruity drink. But Valerius is like, "Ooh, yes, please. It's been a while."
Yes, it's nice and fruity. It's a wine-based drink. Other than,
Because I would not be surprised if they do sometimes import that over to Aquilonia, where you're from originally.
I think I'm from...
I believe you said you're Aquilonian.
I'm Gunderland, Bosnian, or Bosonian marches.
But yeah, Barsonian, yeah, which is part of Aquilonia. Yeah, and Gunderland is right. As a matter of fact, if you're looking at the map, the Barsonian Marches is the northern part of Aquilonia, and you can see on Gunderland right underneath Marches.
Yeah, I thought Gunderland was kind of a no man's land.
Yeah, really.
kinda-
No Man's Land
it's
is
got
a
a lot of
mixture of a lot of
forts and
things to
stuff.
begin with.
Yeah, it's technically, I was born in Bosonian, in the Bosonian marches, and I was raised at an abbey in Gunderland, which is like a high-walled abbey full of like martial knowledge and stuff like that, how to use weapons, because they're constantly being invaded from the Picts.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely heavy Aquilonian influence there to begin with.
After probably about a half hour, we're got enough time to eat the food and finish our drinks.
Eat food,
Azina.
fish drinks.
Azina and Giselle probably would retire back to the ship.
All right.
And
Thelona would come with her barrel.
Elena. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's finish this first before you start going in. So, what was that?
Captain. Well, yeah, she would come with, hauling her barrel.
All right.
How much
So,
is
Captain.
grappa, by the way?
I wanted to talk to you in private for a moment.
Yeah, I just tell Giselle to go ahead. I'll be there momentarily.
okay.
If the Eclipse are messing with black powder, we have a problem. Like I said, I've never heard of this myself, but I have heard of dragon powder, which is, I think, along the same lines. It makes a very powerful explosive. If you were to take a ball and fill it with dragon powder and put it in one of our catapults, fling it at the ship, and set it off, there wouldn't be a ship. You catch my issue?
Well, the way he described it, it sounded like more like the powder was for propelling a projectile rather than being in the projectile.
I've never heard of that before myself, but like I said, there's apparently some slight differences between dragon powder and this black powder. I am
Either.
saying we should be wary.
Yes, either way, an explosive powder of any kind is something we didn't have to deal with out in the inner sea.
Either way, it'll go right through wood.
You think we should? Are you suggesting we see if we can reinforce parts of the ship with something other than wood?
As much as it actually turns my stomach to say so, I think we might have to look to see what our mages can do.
Well, there goes my headset.
Nope.
All right, I'll keep that in mind before we depart.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I cannot hear anyone.
Oh
Cat
boy.
just destroyed my headset.
Oh no.
Oh. Damn cat.
Are we going to have to call it early? Because she can't really do much if she can't hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're discussing that now. We did hear you. What did they do? Grab the cord and?
No, he landed. He dropped, jumped, grabbed this that fell on the floor, and we did. I don't know if he pulled the cord, but I think he poured it and landed his body on it and broke the headphones off.
Can I see the headset?
It's broken.
Completely?
Yeah. Snapped off. So the head's folded in. So
Okay.
it just means that I'm probably gonna get cordless headphones then.
Be a wise idea. Especially with, yeah.
I mean, it was bound to happen anyway. There was
That was. You had those for a long time. I think I've gone through 4 headsets in the time you've had that one.
yeah. So I'm gonna go order those now.
We probably are gonna need to stop now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're stopping early now because of this.
Yeah. That's no problem. We'll stop for tonight. We'll
So, yeah, the cat apparently
pounced it.
tried to pounce on something and landed full weight on the headphone cord.
Oof.
Like we weren't at the worst cutoff point.
And Moo is not a small cat anymore.
Although I
I mean,
guess
this cat is going to be huge.
I guess before we actually completely stopped, was there anything Valena wanted to do at the bar?
No,
Yeah.
she's gonna drink beer all night, up
Just
to the morning.
Basically, she's gonna wake up in the bar in the morning.
Depends on DM, but yeah, sure.
Or she's gonna wake up in an alley buck naked.
Well, what she's gonna do is she's gonna drink herself until the bar's closed. By the time the bar closes, I'm gonna say that at that point, Geralt is already there, kind of crossed-armed and looking down at her. It's just like, all right, here we go, and just picks her up so the tender doesn't have to kick her out physically, and just carries her back to the ship over his shoulder.
That's the way we can just pick up with the next day, next time.
Basically, yep. So we'll pick up with the next morning then next time. So thank you everybody
Alright.
for watching. See you all later.